For me, I have a lot of guy friends that are attractive, and there are some of my guy friends, like, I'm attracted to them, but honestly, I value my friendship with them so much. Why y'all raggedy stop looking at me like that?
I just think
you're
it's
annoying.
different. I think it's different when you're single. When you're single
me,
and you're attracted to, I think that's a lot different than when you're in a relationship and you recognize her as like you find something attractive about a friend. I think when you're single, you talking about something, I value the friendship. Okay, I
do value my friendship. I'm not gonna act on those attractions because I really, really value you as a friend. Like, because if something does like fall apart, then I'll never really have that friendship again. And like, no, I don't want that.
I was single and I was had friends who were women. 98% of the time I was trying to have some kind of intimate like relationship with them. 98% of the times. You're like in the 2%. And 98% of the time I was trying to have some kind of intimate. I was trying to have some kind of intimate relationship with them, right? So I was going out. So our friend dates looked a lot like Young Terry's friend dates. It was like,
wow.
So when I was single, absolutely, because I think that I was dating everybody. Back to the point, like I was very selfish. Like everything was self-centered, and I felt like if I was, you know, if we're hanging out, not that it had to be, we were going on dates or we had to be intimate, but a lot of times I was acting on my attraction because I was single, and that happened 98% of the time. There were 2%, like a few women who are like genuinely throwback friends, like this the homie. However, most women who I was attracted to, I was trying to act on that. So that's why I say I smirked at you when you were like, I would hate to mess up our friendship. Cause I'm thinking like, yo, you got the game messed up. You need to be, you need to be showing up for your friend dates with them with the slit. They need to have their taco meat out. And then, you know, then your mother wouldn't be like, Blessing, where is your husband? Say it for me.
No, because you didn't even tell.
Where is your husband?
How do you know if you're in a platonic friendship? Like, how do you know when a friendship is platonic? Like, or, because I have been in a friendship with this one guy when I was at church, and he was so cool. Like, I miss this friendship because he was super cool. And he ended up asking me if I would like to date him. Now, mind you, this is somebody that I was telling him like, oh, I had like this other guy at church. I was telling him how I felt about him. And then he asked me, oh, well, you know, Bless, I want to know if you want to go on a date, like a real date, not no encouragement date, but he want to go on like a real date, like he wanted to date me. And I was just like, no, you're my friend. And he like never talked to me again after that. So it made me feel like, dang, like I didn't know, like I don't know if he felt like I liked him enough to do that, you know, actually date him. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt your feelings because you really are a good friend. And I know whoever else you're friends with, like, you're...
Yeah, right. He's really not a good friend. He was a friend. He was hoping, yeah, because he was hoping to play that friend role until the opportunity showed itself. He was going to strike, and that's going to date. And when his plans were foiled, he threw the whole friendship away. What kind of real friend would do that? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So, yeah, I'm a real friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going anywhere. We here, we lock, we think it. But I'm just saying, like, for somebody to be like, to you, like, oh, he was such a good friend.
He was so nice. He was super cool.
He was showing you all the boyfriend qualities he had, and then for you.
But I used to talk about other guys to him.
Okay, so look, okay.
Being like, a guy who has been
friend zones multiple times in my life, probably because of what Blessing says, I can be a little annoying. So I've been friend zoned, right? beautiful women who I was like, yo, I want that. She's bad. But she wasn't feeling me like that. But I figured, you know, either I can get her friends or one day the time will come. Of course, I would be the friend who was like, yo, you can come to me and talk to me. I can show you my, you know, I'm a good listener. You know, naturally I am, but I'm a good listener. We can hang out, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And I was being a sucker because I was really just trying to wait for the opportunity for me to strike, which is lame. because I wasn't really there for the friendship. I was there. I had ulterior motives, which was some sucker stuff. But as I grew up, I had to let the thing go, man. So I think Buddy might be a sucker.
Okay, so how do you know when you're in actual platonic? Like, is this a good question? Like, how do you know if you're in
a platonic friendship?
Like a true friendship? Like, how do you?
Well, I trust you. So I trust you, and I have no romantic like motives. You know what I'm saying? Or sexual motives towards you. So I think that's with any friend, whether it's woman or man. Like, there's a trust factor there, and I feel like never do any harm or anything bad.
Do you think this is something that like has to be explained to people though? Like, oh my gosh, like that's my friend. Because some people, if you say friend, they start saying, oh, that's just your friend.
No, so
like mind your business.
So to my boy Terry's point, Terry's winning right now. Terry. Now that I'm thinking about
it. Let me tell you, Terry has a lot of women in his inbox right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Probably, but
because I almost sent him a DM.
Asking to be his friend, trying to get a friend out of Terry. So,
like you date him like that?
To Terry's point, I think it's trash that you have to answer those questions, or people, you can't post a picture of your friend and say, this is my friend, and people be like, oh, who's that? Like, what y'all got going on? Is your new man blessing? Right? And I think it makes sense that they would assume, right? I mean, you're pretty, I'm fine as heck. So it's like you see two people like that, it's like, oh man, they must got something going on. But I don't think that should be the first thought. So I've been asked that tons of times when I'm hanging out with a woman. My girlfriend, she recognizes that, and she recognizes that I have a lot of women friends. So with the whole perspective thing.
What does she think?
Man, you know what? She's super cool. She's the best.
You know, I feel
she
like
doesn't want me to disrespect her.
Anybody that you have to be with, I mean, any woman that you're gonna be with, she's gonna have to be like somebody that's dope, because honestly, I can't imagine you be with somebody that was like overbearing and like insecure.
No, definitely not insecure. Even though she has the same take as you about me wearing my.
But I don't think that's insecurity.
I think that's a little insecurity.
I think that's a concern.
Yeah, but you don't say that when I go out with the homies and I have my taco meat out.
Yes, you do. That's why there's a lot of memes that's like, oh, you going out? I'm going out too. Like, why you going out with all these dudes?
That's
with your taco meat out.
Because I feel my best. Like this is very interesting that we're having this conversation, because for so long growing up, high school, going to college, I've heard women be like, I want to be able to like be who I am in a relationship. I want to like, no man's going to tell me how to dress. No man's going to tell me what I cannot wear. I love women who are sexually liberated, who wear what they want to wear, who do what they want to do, right? And who have respect for themselves, but at the same time can respect me and the boundaries that we have set within a relationship. I love that about a woman. But now it kind of seems like women are like kind of setting these guidelines on us. Like, you can't go out with your taco meat. You can't, like.
That's all you can say is the taco meat.
Where are you going out?
Why can't you put the taco meat up? We not even having taco for dinner. This is not a taco meat night.
Yes, it is.
We having chicken.
Taco meat out because I feel like a boss with my taco meat out. I feel like a baddie. I want to feel my best self whenever, with whomever I'm with. And if I happen to be out with a good friend of mine and we're going to go, you know, Blessing, she just graduated seminary school, how do you say that? Seminary school. Blessing just graduated seminary school, and we're finna celebrate. If we're going to celebrate.
Okay, that is different. That is not a friend
No,
date.
it's not. So I'm saying, if it's just us going to celebrate, you just hit me up. Yo, Dre, I just graduated.
But I wouldn't just hit you up. That's the thing. I wouldn't say, Dre, you want to celebrate with me?
No, I would ask you. That's not the realm of possibilities. Like, if you was like, yo, I graduated, then I'm like, yo.
You would have been at my graduation.
Right, and then.
And I'm having a party, so why else would you, that's not a good analogy, I'm sorry.
I think it's definitely a good analogy.
The analogy is not good.
Okay, so what's not seminary school? Blessing, you just closed on a house. Blessing, you just did something, accomplishment in your life. And I'm saying, yo, it's time to celebrate. We're going to get drinks. I mean, I don't know how you, Blessing coming to get drinks. I mean, yeah, I do. I've seen how she goes out and she don't care. But I'm coming with the taco meat. I'm coming smelling good. I'm gonna do my facial the night before just because that's what I do. And I'm gonna be smelling like Bond. I'm gonna be looking nice. And it's gonna be just that. And it's gonna be nothing to do with our relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, because that's what I do and that's what makes me feel good. Now, if I tell Blessing like, yo, we going out, make sure you wear that little thing that I like, or make sure you dress sexy, I think that's different. I'm gonna let Blessing do her, I'm gonna do me, as we always do, and we're gonna come together as friends, and we're gonna drink, we're gonna turn up. When you don't drink, can you drink? Wine. Because God turned water to wine.
Stop.
But that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna have a good time, and I don't think we should have to question that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it all boils down to intention, and at the end of the day, you don't know someone's intention. You don't know someone's heart. So even if you are dating and you happen to be in a relationship where the guy is like, look, or your significant other, whoever, is like, look, like I'm trying to go out with my friend, and the problem is when you're the one in the situation, you're like, okay, well, that friend that you want to go out with, like, they're attractive, like, and you are I'm with you, and it's gonna make it look like, so, you know, there's a lot of things like you have to work out there, like with your
own securities, your own insecurities,
your security, yeah, with your insecurity, yeah.
Okay, so we agree. So that's some insecure stuff. So. And I think that what you said, intentions, I think that's very important, right? So when you're in a relationship, I think that is very key. In a relationship, if you're going outside the norm, if you're doing something that we're not accustomed to, I'm not accustomed to, of course my eyebrow gonna raise, like, okay, hold on. You ain't put that on for me. I ain't never seen you dressed like this. However, I'm saying if everything's within the norm, if my girlfriend who has some guy friends who she went to Spelman, so she has Morehouse friends, right? Who she's known since before she met me, they were friends. Who am I to come in and tell them who she can and cannot be friends with, right? Cool. So I see how, like, she understands we have boundaries. We have set boundaries, you know, hit me up. Just let me know if you're going out to hang out, get drinks or whatever, just let me know. Just so we have understanding. Cool. I say it's an insecurity because the moment you're like, oh, that friend is kind of handsome, that kind of, hold on, like, that makes me feel some kind of way. And I do feel that, right? I've felt that before. But the key is, the discipline is to swallow that, to not be so caught up in your own emotions, right? Because I have an understanding with my significant other. We have trust between each other that how attractive or handsome her friends are should not dictate of whether I feel comfortable with her going out to hang out with him. Now, if it's a new friend, ixnay, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't
be a new friend.
No,
I mean, it's a friend.
Ain't no new friends. We don't, and this is where I was going with that, because you brought up intentions, right? With a friend, like you said, me and you, years, we have past performance to show our years of friendship. Like, you know what I'm saying? The intentions are very clear. New people, you don't know their intentions. And when you're single, you don't have to worry about that. You can go out, you can meet a new girlfriend or a new guy friend and go out and don't care what their intentions are, right? Because you have your own intentions, it is what it is, and they align, then we go from there. However, in a relationship, you have to concern yourself of the intentions of the people who you're hanging out with, because you don't want to disrespect or dishonor the relationship that you are in.
This is a very interesting topic, and we could talk about it forever and ever. There's so many different ways to look at it. I just want to be clear. I don't know these people. I don't know if they're in relationships. At the end of the day, I really don't care. None of us actually really care. We're just talking about it this week because it's popular this week.
I disagree. I care. Because these are conversations when you get in yes, not about them, but they are the vehicle for a larger conversation that should be had. Because I do think we should normalize men and women being able to be platonic friends.
Okay, we should normalize that, but not their version of what they're saying a friend date should be.
Terry ain't got nothing to do with us. However, thank you for for bringing to light this conversation that probably needs to be had, because, you know, people be out here tripping.
Okay, so last question. So what happens if you are with your friend and then your significant other or someone that you're dating does not like your friend? Like, should you stop being friends with them because they don't like the friend?
No. I don't know. Heck no. It depends. It really depends on what my significant other, what my girlfriend is going to tell me of why she does not like said friend. If it's they just don't mesh, a vibe thing, I just don't mesh with them, okay, cool. I'll just hang out with y'all separately. Y'all don't have to be friends at all. If it's I don't. There's something about her. I don't think she has your best interest at heart. You know how your mama used to do you like watch out for that boy, or watch out for that friend. I think they up to no good. Then that's gonna be like, okay, thank you, noted. I'm going to, keep that in mind. Still gonna be their friend. Hopefully, my girlfriend can be cordial, and we'll go about like that. If it's on some, I seen her out there disrespecting your name or disrespecting us, then no, I won't be her friend. But I think it definitely comes down to what the beef is. I'm not a sheep. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean I don't have to not like that person. We all are individuals and we have our own perspective. How about you? Do you want your man to cut that friend off? If I don't like him, you don't like him.
No, because like with me, I like to talk to people. So I'm gonna try to get to know you. I'm gonna try, and if you're like standoffish, it's kind of weird because I think whoever I'm gonna be with, like they're gonna have to have not the same personality as me, but they're gonna be very gregarious, very like, talkative. So
$5 word. Loquacious, gregarious.
If they are friends with this woman, if he is friends with this woman who is standoffish to me, I'm gonna just keep my eye on it. And I'm just gonna pray for fire of heaven to come down. No, like this woman, it will not disrupt my relationship.
Fires of heaven.
No, but I'm saying like, I'm gonna keep my eye on it because that's kind of sketch. Like, cause I'm not that type of person. A lot of my guy friends, when they were in their relationships, I respect the boundaries, but I feel like because we've always had those boundaries, like I didn't have to pull it out of my back pocket, like, okay, boundaries up here.
Right.
Because there was something already there, but it's not something that even has to be said. It's because we just naturally it kind of just formed because we're genuine friends. So if I don't like whoever my man is friends with, there's like a good reason. Because I
am the ultimate judgment of character, so he needs to recognize what I recognize.
Period. Her.
The worst. And mind y'all, she said I was annoying. She said she didn't want to be my friend because I was annoying. Okay.
Yeah. Right. But I'm just saying, like, when I was in a relationship, my boyfriend, he had a really good friend. And at first, I don't even know, like, was I insecure? I would say I felt insecure because he would always talk about her like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with her, blah, blah. Like, and I used to be like, she's not even all that. Ooh. So when I got to meet her, she actually was such a genuine person. I actually missed my friendship with her. Like, she was a really, really great person. Like, she really was. And so whenever he would tell me like, oh, I'm glad to go hang out with her or whatever, I used to be like, okay, whatever. I didn't even think about it because I got to know who she was and she really was cool. I didn't have to think about it.
So question is,
so
I got a question for you.
Sometimes we're scared of things that we don't know.
When having friends of the opposite sex and you're in a relationship, because you had a boyfriend, well, I ain't gonna lie, when Blessing had a boyfriend, she got ghosted. I ain't hear from Blessing for a while, and then when she broke up with Buddy, then it was like she's automatic.
I did talk to you.
When you were in the relationship?
We were not that,
So, were we
were we friends?
See, clearly I was her friend, she wasn't my friend. But my question to you, Blessing. What? So
no,
is it out of pocket?
We were friends in 2015.
Yeah, you went ghost because you had a boyfriend. When you are friends with someone opposite sex, is it out of pocket?
It wasn't intentional.
Is it out of pocket to talk about your relationship with your guy friend? Because I've talked to my homies and my friendships and my homeboys, and they're like, yo, my girl can't have no guy best friend. You know what I'm saying? Because that's out of pocket if she is seeking advice from him about our relationship. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel as though that's
I don't think it's out of pocket.
Okay.
Because it goes back to intention. At the end of the day, you don't know that person's heart. Like, people even get married hoping that person stays with them forever. You don't know what's gonna happen in 5 years. So if they really genuinely have a good friendship, if there is an issue between the relationship, if they decide to seek counsel from that friend that's the opposite sex, what can you do? Like, that's their friend.
I agree with you.
Like, I came to you and talked to you about stuff, but you be saying some crazy wild stuff, so.
But you gonna sit here and laugh at the people?
You do!
You gonna sit here and laugh at the people like I don't give the best advice. I give the real advice. I agree with you though. I do think that, you know, if you go to your friends for counsel who is of the opposite sex, like, that's not a big deal. And the homies who have heard make a big deal of it, and guys who have heard make a big deal of it, I think that is a big insecurity. Like, bro, what are you so concerned about this, like somebody else coming and slipping in your relationship, right? With my significant other, I like to make it so the communication is so well between us that she feels comfortable coming to talk to me about whatever, whenever. I also don't mess up in my relationship, so there's not really much to go tell about because I'm pretty much a perfect boyfriend. But, you know, if she does decide to go
you
tell...
don't be Derek Jackson in on you.
Hey, I don't know nothing about no Derek Jackson. I do me. I do me, okay? I'm not afraid of me. My girl can wear her bonnet, her what is it? Her helmet of salvation. Like, all she wants to. I'm a poster. She gonna look good, and I'm gonna represent her. And I'm not gonna cheat on her. I think that's an insecurity on men. Like, a lot of men have with their significant others having a good friend of the opposite sex, that they're gonna come and swoop in and take their lady away from them, which is some soul searching to do, brother. Really and truly, anybody could take your significant other away from you, because don't let her go to her girlfriends. Her girlfriend's gonna be like, leave him, he ain't nothing. Especially if the girlfriends are bitter with their situation in their life, they're gonna. So it's like, you really have to sit there and think, like, is my person friends with level-headed people? Period. Is my person level-headed? Like, are they are they actually gonna sit and think about every time you went to a friend, like, did they give you advice that was like, hey, you're coming with me because you're flustered, right? Let me help you lay these cards out so you could see what's actually happening. I'm gonna try to stay as objective as possible. What are you gonna do about this now that I've laid it out as clean as possible so you can see what's happening? Like, is my person like that? Are they seeking advice from people that are like that? Because if my boyfriend is friends with people that are just super irrational and they just want to make overly emotional decisions, and you know, there's a time and place for that. Sometimes you do make emotional decisions, but can they come back from that? Like, you know, are they gonna try to help them figure out what's going on between us? If not, it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. Like, and at the end of the day, they're still making a choice on what they want to do. So to say that they can't be friends, can't get advice from someone that's opposite sex or someone that is their friend, I think that's definitely insecurity. I agree. Just like not wanting your man to go out with a taco meat is insecurity. Because we not having taco meat for dinner. Hey, it's taco meat. Hey, Taco Tuesday! Ew! Anyway, we've been talking for a long time. I'm so glad that we can have this conversation. I've been wanting to have this for a long time, so this is perfect timing. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me at Far From a Curse, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye.